We're on a road trip. It's another POTA activation. Hey everybody, Tim here with GraymanPOTA, amateur radio call sign, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. So I'm on my way down to Eastern Kentucky for a Bronco event this weekend. And on my way down, I'm gonna go ahead and do some POTA activations. So right now I am at the Clark State Forest here in southern Indiana. I believe it is Kilo 4191. And I'm going to do a Parks on Air activation. So today we're going to go ahead and use the Chelegans JPC-12. It's a ground mounted vertical. I've got some tall grass over here that I'm next to, so I'm going to use the ground spike today. I've got 4 radials that I'm going to put out, and we're going to go ahead and set up for 20 and 40 meters. Right now it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday, so I'm going to try out 20 meters first. But also be ready to switch over to 40. So today I'm going to use the IC7300 radio. If you're not familiar with it, it is made by ICOM. It is a 100 watt HF and 6 meter radio. All right, so this is the Chelegans JPC-12 antenna. I've got the feed point here with the ground spike in. I've also got a set of radials that I've got on a winder that I can deploy once I get it out into the field. I'm going to go ahead and kind of build this beforehand. So we've got the 4 sections that we need to put between the feed point and the loading coil. If you're interested in this antenna, I will go ahead and put up, I think up here, a link to another video I did where I go more in depth into it. So we've got the feed point, the 4 sections. On top we're going to put the loading coil. And there's some different configurations for other bands. I honestly just kind of stay at 20 meters and 40 meters. And that's essentially moving the adjustable tap from the top to the bottom, top being 20 meters, bottom being 40 meters. And kind of, staying with the KISS method, keeping it simple. So with the antenna basically ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and walk out into the field, get it in the ground, get the radials out, and we'll run our coax back over here to the truck so we can hook up the radio. Now that we have the antenna deployed, we're going to want to check our standing wave, see where that's at right now, and adjust as needed. I highly recommend making sure you have a good standing wave meter tester when you're out in the field. This is a Rig Expert Pro, or it's a Rig Expert Stick Pro. It's a little on the expensive side for the line. Rig Expert happens to be probably, I think, probably one of the better, if not the best, handheld analyzers. I mean, there's also the Nano VNA, which is a good one too. It's a little bit more complicated. This is a lot easier to understand. Unfortunately, sometimes that comes at a cost. Now this one is the Stick Expert Pro which covers all the way from lower end of HF all the way up to the higher end of UHF. They've got some others that go up a little bit higher, but this covers all of my needs. There are some that are the bigger handheld ones that have a display that gives you a lot more information than what this display does. All of the Rig Expert meters are Bluetooth capable and work with a program that you can download both on your computer and on a smartphone, which is nice, where you can get more detailed information, Smith charts, things like that, if you're interested in getting more in depth than just the basic standing wave. So we are set right now essentially for 20 meters, and across the 20 meter band we're as high as 3 and as low as 2.1. So I think I'm going to make a slight adjustment to that, try to bring that down a little bit more. I'll be right back. All right, made a slight adjustment to it. I'm going to run the sweep again. This looks a little better. I think I'm going to make one more adjustment before we finalize it. Connect with my phone here so we can get a screenshot that I can put up. So we'll just go ahead and record this so you guys can follow along anyways and do this. So on the phone here, you'll see that the Stick Pro, I hit connect, it connected to it. I want to do settings, and I'm going to do was it 1400 to 14350, I believe is the entire band, and we'll cut this down to like 100 points. So starting frequency 1400, ending frequency 14350. Our center frequency is 14175. The span is 350 kilohertz. I'm going to do 100 points of testing, and the system impedance is 50 ohms. We're going to go ahead and hit done, and we're going to hit start. And one of the things that does happen, because this is on battery, I think I need to make some adjustments, is that if it doesn't see a connection or an active command going to the meter in a very quick period of time, it will shut down or break that connection. All right, so using the variables that we had given, starting at 1400, my standing wave is 1.4 to 1, and as I move up the chart to 14350, that goes all the way up to 2.0, 2.09 to 1. So that is in and itself isn't that big of a deal. The radio that I have with me today has a built-in tuner, and it can clean up anything else. So I'm going to go back out and readjust the coil to the notch that I was at before this last time, and try to bring the dip right back into the center of the band, or actually on the higher end of the band, since I'm doing voice or phone. So I'll be right back. All right, so I moved the antenna one notch, and let's go ahead and sweep it again using the same parameters. And so as you can see here, now the pattern has changed. Our dip or our low point is on the higher end of the band. It's actually 1.6 at the highest frequency of the 20 meter band, 1.8 at 14200. So between 14200 and 14350, where I'll probably be operating, I'm good. If I need to trim that down a little bit, I can use the built-in tuner to do that. So now that we're comfortable with that, let's go ahead and get our standing wave meter out of the way. So today I'm running the ICOM IC 7300, and this is I wouldn't say it's a mobile radio, but everything in ham radio operates on DC, so you could run it in your vehicle. In this particular case, I am going to plug it in If you've followed me for a while, you know that I have, as part of my Bronco here, I've set up a couple 30 amp direct circuits in the back of the Bronco with the Anderson power poles, so I can run radios and other things. I also like to use an inline power meter, which helps me keep track. It's nothing fancy, it's a cheap one off of Amazon. I'll put a link down below if this is something you're interested in. So the source I'm going to plug into the jacks that I've set up in the back of the Bronco. And then the load side, I'm going to plug in the Anderson power poles to the radio. And what this is going to do is basically allow me to keep track of how much power consumption I've used. But I will tell you, I'm not one of these, honestly, I'm not one of these kind of guys that say, you have to do it this way, this way, this way, this way. I will make suggestions, talk to you about it, and suggest that you go try things for yourself. So one of the things that I found, more so as I dive deeper and deeper into the hobby and working with a lot of different antennas and portable, is that you run the risk of having common mode current. Now any antenna can have this. A lot of the times, depending on the power that you're running, it may or may not cause you a problem. There's so many variables that go into it. But the one thing that I have found is that if you put a choke balun on your feed line between your antenna and your radio, any common mode current that is developed in your coax from your antenna back to your radio is choked off here, and it doesn't find its way into the radio. Now, two things can generally happen with common mode current. Is it's going to cause a lot of noise and interference and raise the noise floor up higher than what it should be, which could prevent you from hearing weak stations. The other thing is that some of that common mode current, depending on how much is feeding back into your radio, could cause you problems. It could damage components inside the radio. So the best thing, in my opinion, choke coil. And I've got some videos coming up on some different coils that you can build. This is one that I purchased from POTA that I use primarily with my POTA 2040 infed half wave, but it's also small enough that I can use it with other radios, other antennas. And I even had this on my Flex radio for a little while at home while I was building another one. So stay tuned to the channel. I will have some videos out on how you can not only make choke coils and some different types of them, but also how you can test them. So stay tuned for that. This is really simple. You just, in this case, I'm using BNC connectors. I put it right in line, and then the only other thing I'm using today, iPad. Now, I also have a Windows tablet that I bring with me to do digital modes with. It allows me to run FTA, WinLink, things like that I can't do from the iPad. But I do like the iPad too, so I'm kind of bouncing between the two. I use Hammer's application for my logging. It has taken the Parks on the Air crowd, by storm. It's available for Windows, I believe Mac, Linux, Ubuntu. I think it has a load for that. And then it also is available on iOS devices and Android too. So they've done a good job of getting this out to many different things. And one of the nice things about that program is, regardless of troll train, let me know down in the comments below what famous YouTuber says troll. So let me know down in the comments below what famous YouTuber says troll train. And it seems like it always shows up in one of his videos. Well, at least the majority of his videos gets a troll train. So yeah, put that down in the comment section below. But the nice thing about that application is regardless of what platform you're using, it's identical. So in my case, I can switch between iOS and the Windows app, and there's no difference. I don't have to learn anything different, anything special. It is laid out identical and works exactly the same. Now I do have internet access here, which is nice. Helps out on getting spotted and everything. If I didn't, I would use WinLink to get myself spotted, or if I did have, let's say, very weak cell service, I also could use SMS text messaging to get spotted on the POTA spotting page. Once again, I've got videos, and I will link those down below in the description on how you can use WinLink and or SMS text messaging to get spotted, which I think is really cool. It's something that you know, I think getting spotted really helps make you have a good activation. So the one thing I'd like to say is if you are a hunter and you stumble across a activator who is not spotted, you know, help them out. Take a minute, make sure they get spotted on the page, because, you know, although this isn't a contest, and honestly, and if anybody asks me, my opinion is regardless if I make a contact or not, I'm out here in the outdoors. And to me, every activation is a successful activation, but it does make it more better. My wife's gonna kill me. More better if you get contacts, right? Because that's the other reason we're out here, is to make contacts. So I got my logging program, got the radio turned on. I'm gonna bust out the chair, grab a bottle of water, and start making some contacts. Is this frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from Park Kilo 4191, the Clark State Forest in southern Indiana. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Italy Uniform 1, Hotel Juliet Foxtrot, you are 59 into Park Kilo 4191. India Uniform 1, Hotel Juliet Foxtrot, you are 59 into Park Kilo 4191, QSL. QSL on the 5-5 into Italy. Thank you very much and have a great day. 73.
Thank you for
November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Parks on the air, QRZ.
Kilo India 4, Papa India Lima. Kilo India 4, Papa India Lima.
Kilo India 4, Papa India Lima, you are 59 into Park Kilo 4191.
Roger, Roger, you are 5-5, Fox Lima, 5-5, Fox Lima. Thanks for your activation there, Tim.
All right, I copied the 5-5 into Florida. You have a great afternoon at 73.
73.
November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
Kilo Charlie 3, Nancy Queen Baker.
The Nancy Queen Baker station, go ahead.
Kilo Charlie 3, November, Quebec, Bravo.
Kilo Charlie 3, November, Quebec, Bravo. You are 59 into Park 4191, QSL.
Roger, I thank you there, Tim. You're 5 and 7 with me here in Eastern Pennsylvania, EPA 5-7.
All right, I copied the 5-7 into Eastern Pennsylvania. You have a great evening at 73.
I'll spot you. Take care. Be safe.
All right. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
Kilo Delta 2, Alpha Golf Whiskey.
Kilo Delta 2 Alpha Golf Whiskey, you are 5-9 into Park Kilo 4191.
November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, KD2 AGW returning. Good afternoon, Tim. Name's Roy. I'm in northern New York State. You're 5-9. Over.
Alrighty, well I copied the 5-9 and you are booming into the park here. I'm in southern Indiana, just north of Louisville, Kentucky, and great signal.
Roger. Well, thank you. Yeah, the band's a little up and down, but you got a good signal. Well, thank you. I think this is our first contact, so we'll look for you later down the line. Have a great weekend. 73.
All right, you enjoy the weekend too. 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
Echo Alpha 9 Lima Sierra.
Echo Alpha 9 Lima Sierra, you're 5-9 into Park Kilo 4191. Echo Alpha 9 Lima Sierra, you are 5-9 into Park Kilo 4191.
9 Lima Sierra. Echo Alpha 9 Lima Sierra. QSL.
Echo Alpha 9 Lima Sierra, you're 5-9 into Park Kilo 4191.
Okay, this moment. Okay. Thank you for 5955 for you. QSL.
I copied the 5-5. Thank you very much, and 73.
Thank you. 73.
Whiskey Baker 0, Oscar Charlie Kilo.
Kilo Bravo 5, Tango Victor Charlie.
Whiskey Bravo 0, Oscar Charlie Kilo, you're 5-9 into Park Kilo 4191.
QSL to 594191. You are 5-8 into Kansas. And what is your call sign, please?
My call sign is November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, NW9F.
Great call sign. Thank you very much, and thanks for the activation.
All right, thank you. You have a great weekend, 73.
73.
November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
Alpha Golf 1 Victor.
Alpha Golf 1 Victor, you are 5-9 into the park.
You are 5-9 into New Hampshire.
All right, thank you for the 5-9 into New Hampshire. You have a great afternoon at 73.
73, my friend. Thanks for the activation.
November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRZ.
Kilo Golf 4 Golf Tango Radio.
Kilo Golf 4 Golf Tango Radio, you are 5-9 into the park.
Roger. You're 5-8 to 5-8 here into Central Florida. Nice copy. Over.
All right, I copied the 5-8 into Central Florida. You have a great weekend in 73.
Roger. What state are you in?
I am in the state of Indiana, and I'm at Park Kilo 4191, and it's about 20 miles north of Louisville in the on Indiana side. Excuse me, on the Indiana side of the river.
Roger. Park 4191 in Indiana. Gotcha. Okay, very good. Thanks for the contact. Good luck. 73.
All right, thank you very much. 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Kilo Charlie 1, Papa Kilo Quebec.
Kilo Charlie 1, Papa Kilo Quebec, you're 5-9 into Park Kilo 4191.
Roger. I get you 5-9 into Maine. Over.
Copy the 5-9 into Maine. You have a great weekend in 73.
73. You got a park to park trying to get in there.
I heard him. I was going to him next. Go ahead, Park.
This is Kilo Mike 4, Juliet Yankee Lima, and Kilo Mike 4, Juliet Yankee Lima, and thanks for calling the Park.
I copied the Kilo Mike 4. I got the Juliet and I got the Lima. What was the letter in between?
Yankee, yes, Yokohama.
All right, Kilo Mike 4, Juliet Yankee Lima. You are 5-1 into Park Kilo 4191. QSL?
QSL, you are a 5x5 down in Kilo 5250. 5250 Timmy, and I'm in Florida.
All right, I copied the 5-5 into Park Kilo 5250 in Florida. You have a great activation. Thank you very much, and 73.
73, and have a great...
Whiskey 0 Delta Yankee.
Whiskey Zero Delta Yankee. You are 5-9 into Park Kilo 4191.
Thank you for the 5-9. You're about 5 and 5 in Oklahoma. Lots of QRM out there. 5 and 5 in Oklahoma. Thank you.
I apologize. What was your call sign again?
Whiskey Zero Delta Yankee. W0DY.
All right, Whiskey Zero Delta Yankee. Copy the 5-5. You have a great evening in 73.
73. Thank you very much.
Alpha Charlie 1, Mike Tango.
Alpha Charlie 1, Mike Tango. You are 5-9 into Park Kilo 4191.
Thank you for the 5-9. You are 5-5 into Massachusetts. Thank you for activating.
All right, thank you very much. I copied the 5-5 into Massachusetts. You have a great evening in 73. Looks like the bands are starting to pick up a little bit more, but it's actually getting a little bit late here. I still have about another 100 miles or so on my trip to get down to Lexington area for the Bronco event this weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now. I got 14 contacts in the book, a couple park to parks. There was one station that it sounded like he was in California. I got missed first part of his call sign. So I will try to do some research to see if I can't figure that out. But even if I don't get his call sign, I still had enough contacts to call this a successful activation. But as I said earlier, I consider any time that you get to spend it outdoors, doing the hobby that you enjoy, that to me is a successful activation. So hopefully you guys learned something or got something out of this video. If you like this content, make sure you hit the like button down below. Share this content with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and hopefully one day we'll catch you on the air. And I'm going to go ahead and put a video right up here that I think you might like to watch next.